when the morning sun spilled through the hospital window, painting golden light across the sterile white sheets. Emily Carter held her newborn twins for the first time, and in that instant her world both expanded and shattered. The nurse's congratulations echoed somewhere far away, drowned by the rush of disbelief pulsing through Emily's veins. Her babies were beautiful, perfect even, but they didn't look like her, or like her husband, Daniel. Their skin tone was several shades deeper, their curls soft and dark as night, their eyes a warm chestnut brown that didn't mirror her pale green or Daniel's blue. The room blurred for a second as her heart stumbled, and a cold wave of fear crept in. Questions rose in her chest like a tide she couldn't hold back. She looked toward Daniel, standing frozen at the foot of the bed, his jaw tense, confusion etched into every line of his face. For a long, unbearable moment, silence swallowed them whole. Then he whispered, "Emily, are you?" But he couldn't finish. She shook her head, tears welling in her eyes. "I don't know," she said softly. "I don't understand." And for the next 7 days, understanding became an obsession. Back home, in their quiet suburban neighborhood in Virginia, whispers traveled faster than light. Neighbors smiled with tight lips. Friends asked questions disguised as concern. Even Daniel withdrew into silence, haunted by doubt he didn't want to voice. Emily stayed awake at night, rocking the twins, Noah and Grace, as the soft hum of the baby monitor filled the air. She'd stare into their faces and feel both a storm and a peace she couldn't explain. They were hers. Every breath they took, every heartbeat against her chest, told her that truth louder than any DNA test could. But still, the question lingered like a shadow. How? On the third night, Emily opened an old wooden chest her late mother had left behind, the one filled with family photographs and letters bound by fading ribbon. Her mother had passed when Emily was 16, leaving behind more mystery than answers. As Emily sifted through the yellowed photos, her fingers froze on a picture she had never seen before. A young woman in her 20s, smiling under a sunlit porch, holding a baby with the same deep skin tone as her twins. On the back of the photo, a date, June 1984, and a single word written in cursive, "Sister." Emily's pulse quickened. Sister. She had no sister, or so she thought. That night she couldn't sleep. The image played over and over in her mind. The next morning she drove to her aunt's house, an elderly woman named Margaret, who had been her mother's closest confidant. When Emily showed her the photo, Aunt Margaret's face went pale, her eyes welling with tears before she even spoke. "I prayed this day would never come," she whispered. "Your mother wanted to tell you when you were older, but then she got sick." Emily leaned forward, her voice trembling. "Tell me what?" The older woman reached for her hand. "Your mother had a twin sister, Emily. Her name was Elise. She fell in love with a man your grandparents didn't approve of. They were from different worlds, and the family, they made her leave. She disappeared before you were born." Emily's world tilted. "So, I have an aunt," Margaret nodded. "You have family you've never met, people who share your blood. Emily's heart raced with realization. Could it be that something deeper, something written in the threads of her DNA, had resurfaced through her children? 7 days after the twins' birth, Emily decided she couldn't live in the fog of confusion anymore. She ordered a DNA test, not to accuse, not to defend, but to understand. Daniel watched her in silence as she sealed the envelope. His eyes softened for the first time in days. "Whatever it says," he murmured, "I just want my family back." It was the first time he had said family since the twins were born, and it made Emily's heart crack open. They waited together through sleepless nights, through awkward visits, through prayers whispered into the dark. When the results arrived, Emily's hands shook as she opened the envelope. Daniel sat beside her, their twins sleeping soundly in a bassinet nearby. Her eyes scanned the paper once, twice, then froze. The test didn't just show a genetic link to her. It revealed something she never imagined. Her DNA carried markers from a lineage she never knew existed, one that matched Elise's side of the family. The test company even included a note suggesting a distant relative with the surname Johnson had appeared in their database. Emily's tears fell silently. The shocking truth wasn't betrayal or scandal. It was legacy, hidden, buried by time and prejudice, now reborn in the faces of her children. Her twins weren't a mistake of biology. They were proof of her family's hidden story, of love that once defied the world and found a way back through generations. That night, Emily sat by the window, holding Noah and Grace close. Daniel knelt beside her, his arms wrapping around all 3 of them. "They're perfect," he whispered, his voice breaking. "I don't care where it comes from. This is us. This is love." She nodded, unable to speak through the emotion swelling in her chest. Outside, the night was calm. The stars scattered like blessings across the sky. She thought of her mother, of Elise, of all the invisible hands that had shaped her family's story long before she was born. And for the first time since the twins' birth, she felt peace. In the weeks that followed, Emily began to uncover more about her forgotten family. Through online searches and old letters, she found records of Elise living in North Carolina, married to a man named Thomas Johnson, a musician who had devoted his life to community work and teaching children. They had 2 daughters before Elise passed away in a car accident years ago. Emily reached out hesitantly to one of the daughters, her cousin, Maya, and when they finally met, it was as if time folded in on itself. Maya looked so much like Emily's twins that she gasped the moment they saw each other. The cousins embraced, both